Hello guys, welcome back to the next video where we are solving the ISC specimen question paper for 2023 for accountancy. In this video, we are going to solve question number 8. If you have missed out the previous videos, to check out the entire playlist from the description box below. And if you don't want to miss out any future videos, then hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive notifications. This sum is for company balance sheet where you are required to prepare an extract of the balance sheet based on the information which is given for Prudence Limited. So let's get started and we'll pick up the items as we go along so that things become easy for us. So here, as we see here, that the authorized capital is mentioned, 3,000 10% preference shares of 100 each and 8,000 equity shares of 100 each. So let's go to notes to account straight away. And here under authorized capital, we'll mention this, which is 3,000 10% preference shares of rupees 100 each. And that comes to straight away 3 lakhs. Okay. Similarly, we will mention the equity shares, which is 8,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, which is 8 lakhs, and the total we will do here, which is 11 lakhs. And as you know, this is only for information purpose. This doesn't reflect in the main balance sheet, so we leave it here. Let's move on. Point number A, 1,006% preference shares were issued to the public, fully called up and paid up. So under issued capital, we will mention this, which is 1,006% preference shares of rupees 100 each. Straight away, and we will copy the symbol here. So that comes to straight away 1 lakh. And then we have 3,000 equity shares. Again, these were issued, which were fully paid up. So again, 3,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each. Right? We can just mention this. This is also for information purpose. This is not reflect in the main balance sheet. It doesn't reflect in the main balance sheet. So 4 lakh we mentioned here as issued capital. All right, this one is done. Next that we have is our subscribed capital. So out of this, if you see here, the preference shares were fully called and fully paid up as well. That means these were fully subscribed, right? So this same thing becomes our subscribed and fully paid up. Under that, we mention this, and the 1 lakh comes here. All right. Now for the equity shares, if you see point number C, there were arrears for rupees 20 per share on 400 equity shares. That means out of 3,000 equity shares, 2,600 were fully paid up, right? So we just change the amount here. 2,600 equity shares of 100 each are fully paid up. All right. So this is 2,60,000. All right. Now coming to the subscribed but not fully paid. So we have 400 equity shares here of rupees 100 each. First we mention that how many shares are there, which comes to 40,000. Then we have calls in arrears, and on these we haven't received 20 per share, which are still outstanding. So which is 8,000. So we mention that, we subtract that here, and then the final amount after subtraction we write here. Now if you add this, what do you get? 3,92,000. This is your subscribed capital, which will reflect in the main balance sheet against share capital. So let's go to the main balance sheet. Here we have share capital 3,92,000. So share capital is done. Let's move on to the other information that we have. We have mortgage debentures of 50,000. Now this is straight away a long-term borrowings, right? So we go here, long-term borrowings. Under that, we mention mortgage debentures of 50,000, and this amount goes to your non-current liabilities against long-term borrowings. You mention this amount, 50,000. This one is done. Bank overdraft is a short-term borrowing. So this goes under current liabilities that we have. Again, short-term borrowings, we have to go to notes to accounts, and under short-term borrowings, we have to show the component of it, which is 25,000. Then we go to the main balance sheet, and against short-term borrowings, against here, we write the amount 25,000, right? Then we have the balance in statement of PL. Debit balance is given 76,000. This is part of reserves and surplus. So you go to your reserves and surplus. Under this, you mention the PL account debit balance, and 76,000, since it's a debit balance and we don't have anything else, then you have to write it in brackets as a negative figure. Okay, that's important so that you do the current representation in the balance sheet. Okay, so the same thing, you go to your reserves and surplus again here. Against this, you mention 76,000. All right, this is important to show amongst other figures. And the last item that we have is freehold property, that goes under your non-current assets against property, plant and equipment. So again, we go to our notes to accounts. Under notes to accounts, property, plant and equipment, we mention freehold property, and we write the amount, which is 50,000 given here. Now in this case, the total of the asset side and the liability side will not tally because this is just an extract of the balance sheet. So don't worry about that, that your totals are not tallying. All right. So you may not do the total as well because that will not tally. You can leave it here. I hope this was helpful to understand the concepts of Schedule 3 balance sheet, how to go about it. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments box below. Thanks for watching. If you really find it useful and helpful, do hit the like button and share with your friends. We'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.